Hi, I'm gonna answer a question why you should ask yourself if you are a good person. In the past, I had a problem, and after I had that big problem, I asked myself if I made some mistakes in my life. So I found some mistakes, and I said that I believe I should be a better person. I thought I need to change something. I need to be a better person, a really good person. So I did that, and some some extra good appeared in my life. I really saw that in my family. So I made some mistakes in my family relations and in my relation with the environment. I think a lot of people do these mistakes. A lot of people think their friends are cool, but their family is not cool, so they criticize a lot their family. But actually, our best friends are in our family, and the friends that are not in our family are not as good friends as our family. I mean, we should realize that we should realize this reality, because if we don't behave nicely with our family in the future, we might regret that. Our parents will eventually die, and if we really should behave nicely with our parents, a lot of happiness can appear in our family if we behave nicely with the members of our family. Um, Also, our relationship with the environment is very important with plants and animals. I believe animals are really important to us. They help us. So I believe we shouldn't eat them. I see this planet as a tigress, in the present at least. I don't know if this planet is a tigress. Maybe she is. So I don't know if this planet will change and there will be a lot of peace on Earth. Maybe some fights will be in everyone's life. Maybe not big fights. So I said that the animals help us. Yes, I really believe that cows and all these herbivores that people usually eat, cows and sheep and all these roosters and chickens, they help us. They keep the environment healthy. Eating grass, all those things that they do. Uh, their everyday actions, by their everyday actions, they really help the environment. We also help the environment, but in the present, I don't believe we help the environment so much because we put too much rock in the cities. Also, all these robots that we built are not really so good for the environment. Maybe not very bad, but they are not good for the environment. All these robots, all these computers, especially all these cars that are on the streets, all this asphalt everywhere. I mean, the earth needs to breathe, needs to breathe. We need earth around us to have healthy lungs. So we should respect Mother Nature more, although I don't like very much this planet because she is too aggressive, in the present at least. Maybe she's aggressive because she doesn't feel well, you know. So if this planet doesn't feel well, maybe that's why she's so aggressive. We see a lot of aggressivity around this war in between Russia and Ukraine, you know. We should treat the environment better to have peace in our lives. We should treat our family with love, right? And our friends also. Um, so we can change our way of thinking. We shouldn't be ashamed that we are good to some poor people, or we improve our relationships with our family just because some friends say that that's not cool, you know. Our parents are very important to us. We should really love our parents, our family, and we can love some. We can love a little bit more animals, you know. That doesn't mean you really should become vegetarian or vegan, but you can eat less meat, right? You can do that, right? I mean, why eat meat every day? You might get cancer in a few years, you know, if you are you have like an age over 20 or 30 and eat meat every day. You might get cancer one day. Why risk that, right? I mean, by being good to the environment, you are good to yourself. That's what a lot of people say. So why do that, right? To you and the environment and to the animals. You can have some mercy on them, right? A lot of people are vegetarian. I know a person that's been vegetarian for 30 years, lacto-ovo vegetarian. She eats also, besides plants and all those fruits and rice and other stuff, other foods, she eats some eggs and some milk products. I'm vegan. I've been vegan for over 2 years now, or something like that. I started 2 years ago to be vegan 100%, and I think that those people who want to be vegan should include a lot of raw foods, a lot of raw plant foods in their diets, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, because without these foods included in the everyday diet, every day we should eat a lot of raw foods, and cooked foods are not as healthy as raw foods, so cooked foods shouldn't be eaten necessarily every day. Cooked foods shouldn't be eaten necessarily every day. There are some raw vegans on the internet that you can watch, like Fully Raw Christina, Cass Sundance, OK Raw. There are other vegans. I don't think girl from India, Suba Saraf or something like that. Uh, so there are a lot of vegans on YouTube that you can watch and learn something good from them. So that's what I wanted to tell you about veganism, is that you really should include a lot of raw foods, raw plant foods in your diet, like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, if you want to be healthy. Otherwise you might get some deficiencies. I don't know, B12 maybe. I I read that B12 is from bacteria. I don't know exactly this B12 issue exactly um, was the solution, but that's what I believe, that if we have a lot of raw foods in our diet, and also if we eat enough, if we eat the quantity of foods every day that we need, and a lot of foods are raw, but also include some cooked foods, because raw veganism is pretty expensive, right? So if we include a lot of raw foods in our diet, I don't think we will have deficiencies. I've read about it, I've experimented with diets, so that's what I wanted to tell you, that we should ask ourselves if we are good to our family, to our friends, to the environment. We shouldn't be perfect, but if our lives are not good enough and we need a change in our lives, we should start with the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said, and change something about us first. Afterwards, maybe if some persons that are close to us do something to us that really um, creates suffering to us, we should tell that person to stop that action that makes us suffer, of course. So that's what I wanted to tell you. I hope what I told you helps with something. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Be healthy. Be happy.